Hello, 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 happy haulers. All right, so I think I got a decent haul for you today. I had set up to do a totally different video and changed my mind. And so I'm just going to do a haul. I was going to do an art and craft, but I changed my mind. But I did want to show you all this. We know that the food items have been going clearancing out. This was $5.99 and it went to $3.59, so that is what? I mean, it's not a full 25, maybe a 30. I didn't do the calculation prior to. But this is Braswell Select. I've done a food video before. I was going to do a whole one, but stuff is running out. So this blueberry preserve is really good on toast. Put it in your toaster. Put your bread in a toaster. Put some butter on it and put this on. I'm telling you, I'm raving about it. And the people in my house, they're eating it too. And we have some. We have some, even from Ruth Chris from when we stayed there. And that is awesome. I mean, I'm just like loving the blueberries. They don't have the blueberries. They have the strawberry and orange marmalade and all that kind of stuff. This blueberry is like #1. And I have the strawberry preserve, but I haven't tried it. I did do a video where I showed the honey, but I'm doing that with my celery juice. And I got the spicy mustard. And I also got a olive oil with rosemary, but I haven't tried it yet with anything. So give me a chance. I'm trying to get everything caught up. But I do so much, y'all, and I know y'all do too. Y'all do a lot also. So I ended up just saying, let me do a haul video. So this is on the end cap, not where the metal jewelry, what is it? They call it metal. I bought a whole bunch of where they had those pretty pins in the jewelry section. This is on that other side with those delicate, like, little hippie type stuff that got happy. It's at the top. In fact, it has here happy. Hello happy, those items. And this is a bead kit that I never paid any attention to because it didn't have that on there. When they got that on there, bam, it just stood out. I mean, it's just like bright lights. But if you can see this bracelet that it'll let you make, really nice. And it's saying that it's for someone that's 16 plus. Isn't that something? And it says, because happy happens when you choose it. So we're choosing it when we buy this kit. And it has the different beads, wood beads that it has in here. It has some wood beads, lava beads, which means that if you got the essential oils, you can put it in the lava beads. It has some turquoise. Is it this turquoise beads? I saw this turquoise. I'm like, what is that? Because you know how sometimes they do what they said, like they doing the white imitation turquoise beads. So that's what I was going to say. You know how sometimes they make up those imitation and give them names. Then it has some spacer beads, 2 different sizes. It has 6 charms, some jump rings, and some elastic cord. So basically it gives you everything to make it. You just have to get the tools, like if you want it shorter or tighter or something, and you need scissors or something like that. So it gives you everything that you need to make a nice little bracelet for yourself or for someone else for the holidays. Another thing that I found, and I was like, well, let me get this one because I got one and I'm scared to use the one I got. I showed it in another video. It's a really simple one that I got. I'm thinking I got it from Hobby Lobby. But this is a glass cutter elite is what it's saying. And it's part of the brand of products that they have clearancing out now because they're using it, it's the framing material. Like I'm going to show you some so you don't have to guess what I'm talking about. But this was originally $24.99 and now it's $6.24, which pretty much says that this is about 75% off. So they give you, this is the glass cutter. So this is, let's show you the picture. Say if you're cutting a glass frame, and let's say you're customizing and making frames. So you need this cutter, but they give you the glass cutting fluid or oil. And it's for use with, they're saying with this Logan model, the 704 series of glass cutters. So I'm hoping this is all I need with it because, like I said, I got one. And then I got, but this to me, it just feel like it's more stable because it has this base. And maybe I don't need it to be that stable, but I do. And I've watched some videos because I wanted to. I got some big bottles of, you know, those liquor bottles, the 1800s. I got the big ones because now they're doing them in plastic, y'all. So good I didn't throw them away. But like if I'm around people who drink and they have those big bottles, I'll ask them if I can have them. You know, and if they want them, I was like, you know, I can make you a lamp. I haven't made one yet. But I would look at the videos and I would need that oil, I think. They say you can use water. But I just want to be sure and extra sure of what I'm doing. I saw them do it on Home and Family back when that was on the Home Network channel. And I was like, oh my God, I really want to do that. Because I actually met a lady whose husband made lamps from old bottles. And I've seen some at flea markets where they sell them for like under 100 perhaps, like the little skinny old bottles. I don't know where they still get those from back in the day. But this guy, she said her husband, this lady, she said her husband was selling them for like hundreds of dollars. I was like, wow, they're always so nice. But I don't want to pay hundreds of dollars for any lamp. So this is what I was talking about. This is the Straight Cutter Elite. And it's for framing. So, well, let me just tell you what it's for. It's not for the wood. Now, they do have one of those miter cut things there if you want to do that for the wood. And I'm thinking, I don't want to. But, you know, if you were to get it, I think it's about $55. It's clearance now. If you were to get it for $55, it would work. Now, I took a woodworking class some time ago. Just because I guess I didn't have anything else to do. I had plenty to do. But I took the class. They offered it for free for the community, and they were trying to introduce some young people to that. And it was most of us were old people. But anyway, we took the class, and then you had to buy something to make a project, and that was it. So, I don't know, maybe I did pay a few dollars. I just can't remember, it was so long ago, but it was so cheap, it was like it was free if it wasn't. So, if you were to get that miter thing, which they had a thing where we were supposed to hold the wood a certain way. But when I went in, I couldn't get it right. So the teacher came over to help me. And what he wasn't supposed to do, he did, because the wood went flying. And so then when he cut the second piece went flying. And this is a man that was a professional. So if you want one of those, you can get one of those. And you probably can get the wood to do the miter. The wood like from a store that lets you do that. Like a not a Hobby Lobby, maybe a Hobby Lobby, but like a Home Depot or a Lowe's. And then you have a frame, because technically frames are just mitered corners, unless you want them to be straight corners, but usually they're just mitered corners and stapled or glued together. So anyway, if you want to make frames, now I'm thinking I want to make my frame since I'm telling y'all how to do it. But all the same, this is for the mat board that you would use inside of the frame. That's what I was trying to make sure that I said correctly. And this one is a straight. And then, so I got this also. And you said, well, Catherine, why you got two? Okay, let me just tell you, the straight cutter is $24.99, and I got it for $11.99 because that's what it's reduced to. So that's what we're cutting the edges of our mat board that you put inside the frames. Now, I want to cut some mat boards to use to make albums, perhaps. That's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. And so that's why I'm using them. But, you know, we'll see what happens. So this here is a deluxe pull style mat cutter. That's what it's saying. Now, it was originally $52.95, and I got it for $29.99. Well, no, I didn't. It's supposed to be your price, but it went down to $11.99, which you know they always say once you get that price, then you can't use coupon or anything like that, but it's still clearancing out. So what's the difference? Well, this one says that it cuts a full bevel. Now, you're saying, some of you may be saying, some of you may know. What is the bevel? Well, you know, bevel is always cut at an angle. And so when you're looking inside your mat, a lot of times, I'm not going to say all the time because then there will be some exception to the rule, but a lot of times the inner cut is cut on a bevel. Why? I don't know, because I'm not a frame cutter. I don't do frames. I don't know the reason why, and I don't want to take a class to find out the reason why. I'm just saying that usually the interiors are beveled and the outer edges are cut straight. So this is a deluxe I would just like to think that it would cut either, but it says it cuts on the bevel. So I was like, if I'm going to try it, the best time to try it is now. And I wish I had a piece of mat board that I wasn't using, but y'all know all this mat in the house is pretty much used. If it's not, it's going to be. So I don't have anything to reference it. And I was hoping to go and buy a piece, but I'm at Hobby Lobby all the time. I'll be there tomorrow. But I forgot, and I'll probably forget tomorrow. But I can show you something that here on the bottom side, see how it's showing? Can you tell that it's this little kicked up side of the stand, which appears to me as if it's making that bevel cut, because they got it angled. I'm going to see if you can see it this way. That is angled to give us that bevel. In addition to it saying that it's for bevel. And it comes with 5 blades and instruction. Which, you know, technically means go to YouTube. And put it in there, how to cut mat board. Okay, then I got, because they were on sale, they had some top stitch needles. I'm going to need these. I was trying to look and see what kind it was. I couldn't, but I was like, this is a good price either way. But I had got some other ones that said they were craft needles. But I need this top stitch because I got a bag that I want to do, that I've been saying I want to do for y'all forever. And I decided, because I couldn't decide on which stitch I wanted to use. And now I finally decided I want to do a top stitch. So I got this little tea candle. Why do I have a tea candle? Because I got this floating glass tea light holder. Now I paid, and if you see it, you'll pay $2.24. I don't see an original. Oh, it was originally $8.99. I was going to say, as far as I know, like sometimes you look at Walmart, if you look later, you don't check your stuff when they bring it up. Sometimes it'll be $2.24 that you're paying in red, but it was originally $2, so you end up paying more because you didn't look at it. I've been there and done that. And they are slickers for doing it to me. This comes with 4, and I'm going to show you the demo that they did. I got my thing is here, my arm. Okay, so I'm trying to do it without it hitting the camera. So can you see? This is how it was looking. They have it in a clear glass bowl with some stones in it. I'm trying to think if I have this thing. My sister had a display she did when she got married. And I used to have it up here somewhere. It's probably over there by the window. Okay, so this is how one looks. See, it's really pretty, simple, and elegant enough. All right, so this candle, it was just in a junk drawer. So don't judge it. It in its little beat up existence. So you can put your little tea candle. And I was looking because I usually have some in some of the ones that, you know, are battery operated. I'm going to see if I have one real quick. I don't know if I have batteries in it. But I have a lot of, it's Christmas time, so I hadn't pulled everything out. Well, it's not Christmas time. It's the holiday season. And Christmas is coming, but it's not here yet. We're still right before Halloween. See my little pumpkin. I'll show you in a minute. My little pumpkin placemat. Okay, now this toothpick, if you see it, it's not for my teeth. It was for prickling the little glue thing because I was trying to glue down some envelopes. I started getting frustrated. Why? Why not? Okay, so let me see if these light up. But and they don't. That one doesn't anyway. I'm trying to do my little tea light candles. Okay, so anyway, just so you can see it better, we'll put this red glittery one in here. And I think I got these from the Dollar Tree, the little red ones and the little white ones. and these. I got them all from the Dollar Tree. So even though at Hobby Lobby and Michael's, I know they both had where they were selling the little votive tea light candles, but all the same. I got this from there. It's about this high. Now you can put it inside that bowl. What my sister did is she had a cylinder vase about this big, and it's longer than the camera. So I would say it was about maybe 8 to 10 inches. And she put a floating candle inside of it, and that was part of her wedding decor on the tables. And then after the wedding, she let us have, like, you grabbed them. She had like some CD, DVD, whatever it was at that time, because it was about 21 years ago. Cause she's been married a year before me. She had them in there, and she had a red flower. It was a red flower at the bottom, like a rose, and then the water, and then the floating candle. It was really nice. And you can find the floating candles a lot of times. They have them at Hobby Lobby, so they must sell them somewhere, but it's not in the candle department where you make the candles. So it may be somewhere in the middle. I don't ever really go to the middle. Most of the time, I'm always on the outside. Like how they said the grocery store, you go to outside and that's the healthy food. Well, there's no healthy at Hobby Lobby, but I'm mostly on the outside because that's mostly where you go to get the clearance. Even though, sometimes they do mark the stuff in the middle. So all the same, they have this. So I'm going to use it for some kind of decoration at some point. Look, I'm going to tell you, I've gotten those candles before and put them in the tub with me. You know how you put them around the tub? I've put them in there. And it is glass. No, it's not. It's plastic. It says it's glass. So I believe what it said. Let me test. Let me test two next to each other. Yeah, I'm going to tell y'all a funny thing. Okay, look at this. You can't almost see that there's anything in there, right? Well, one is missing. Now, I don't know if I took it out and put it somewhere else to try it out, or if it was gone. I just can't even remember anymore. I think that's because I'm a little tired. So it's fragile. Or if you watch that show during Christmas, the Christmas stories, it's fragile. So yeah, I'm going to end it right there because I was working on showing you all something. I'm going to show you a different day. A craft that I was working on because I told myself I can't go buying any more dies for scrapbooking and card making until I use some. So I've been making some dies. Using the dies, making envelopes, the cards, and I was gluing them down so that I could do a video. And then I was like, well, I showed some one day, and I didn't finish, but I wanted to kind of show you all what I was doing. Like I had used, I don't know if you all remember, before this last big clearing out that they had, just about a year ago, they had a clearing out of these. And I actually did a video. I've forgotten the name of it, but you can go back in the history and scroll down if you look through me. And but just scroll down, and if you see one of these hauls where I did a whole lot of this stuff, you'll see that I don't think it was in the spring. I think it was the end of last year. So anyway, these should be coming up to get cleared out probably again. But I don't know if it's every year or every other year that they do it. Well, when they did it, I have gotten all the stuff because we were all getting all the stuff, and everybody said to get all the stuff, so I'm obedient, and I was getting all the stuff, but I didn't do anything with them. And I was like, I can't keep buying all this stuff and not doing anything with it. What's the point? I don't want to have a Hobby Lobby in my basement. These here are the ladies. So basically what I was trying to do is I'm trying to get out a lot of the stuff that I've purchased, and I'm trying to use it. I've bought these. I had about 10 of them. Even when I was buying, I was like, girl, what are you really going to do with these things? And then these, I can put them in junk journals, and I don't know if you all watch all my videos, but if you have, like I said, we don't call them junk journals here because even though people like to say junk mail, my husband works at the post office, and so we call it our money and food and taking care of the children. So, but I want to use these on that type of journaling, which is what it's probably for. And then I made an envelope or two because I was like, oh, I'm gonna use my envelope to well, I guess I'm showing you anyway, huh? I'm gonna use my envelopes and at least put these things inside. And I made a card to go with it, and I was going to show you all, which I'm showing you now, how, you know, if you got something that's NAP, which just means directional, you know, I was trying to pay attention to make sure I folded it correctly, which I could adjust it a little bit, but I did pretty good job. But I didn't want to cut it all. It came with letters, fonts, stickers, 2 of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern papers, and these die cut shapes. So it's like I don't want to keep having things and then I need a card and I have to go buy a new card. So I'm trying to get birthday cards together, thank you cards, you know, all those things, because you need birthday cards. I'm trying to go on and write out my Christmas cards because I didn't write out any last year, and then so that means I got even extra stuff because I bought them and didn't use them. So I'm trying to go in and get all that stuff done. So not just to get rid of stuff, but to get rid of stuff because, you know, paper will rot. And because I want to send cards out. And that's why I do this, because they don't have Hancock's fabrics anymore, so I'm not doing as much sewing as I would have. That was my craft and crocheting. But now I'm a scrapbooker, card maker, purchaser anyway. I do a lot of purchasing more than making. But hey, this is the point. I'm working on it. Trying to get those cards made. I'm going to talk to y'all later. I'm going to go and fake football watching with my husband. Talk to you later. Bye.